Okay, welcome to our gentle, moderate pace class. We're here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. My name is Rachael Plaine, and I'll be instructing you through this class today. So you guys can come take a comfortable seat, and we'll begin. So we're going to go for an hour today. We'll start with our meditation, some centering. We'll do a nice warm-up, some standing flow, and have plenty of time to relax at the end. So thanks so much for being here, and we'll get started. So you can come take your seat. All right. Great. So coming into your seated position, you can be seated cross-legs. You could also be up on a block or a bolster, a cushion, or a blanket. You can bring your hands down on your knees. And just take some time to settle in. So with hands on the knees, just feel the body rock back and forth slightly, forward and back slightly. So start to drop in. So this new way of doing things. I know that change can be challenging for all of us, myself included, when we're shifting how we do things. So from being in the studio to out of the studio, on Facebook, on Zoom, whatever is happening in your life with this class, outside this class, of all the changes that we're enduring during this challenging time, seeing if you can take a moment to find some peace and some center and some ease. So with the eyes closed and the hands on the knees, just taking that time to find the center of gravity. So shifting side to side, forward and back, adjusting the shoulders, and then take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale a sigh. Good. We'll begin. Deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Big breath. Exhale. Good. Breathe in through your nose. Hold at the top of the breath. Through your nose, exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, scoop your belly, draw your chin to your chest, hold your breath out, pause there, take a deep breath in, and full breath out. As you inhale, float forward on the sit bones, lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the throat and face. And exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, scoop the belly, chin to chest. Do that again. Inhale, open up, lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the throat and face. Exhale, release, round your back. And then start to lengthen your spine, shrug your shoulders to your ears, sit up tall. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Do that again. Inhale, shoulders lift. Exhale, release. And one more time, breathe in, lift. Exhale, release. Let your palms open up so the backs of the hands are touching the lap. And as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Just pause there, breathing into the back of the neck. Take a deep inhale. And full exhale. As you inhale, bring the right ear over to the right shoulder, open up the left side of the neck. And exhale, chin to chest. And come the other way, bring the other ear to the other shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. And then one more time each side, so just that familiar head circle that we oftentimes start with if you've been practicing with me before, chin to chest. And then one more time, just really loosening up the neck, the shoulders. And back through center. Then lift the head up. You can keep the eyes closed. You'll breathe out where you are. And start to deepen the breath. Breathe into the lowest part of the belly, the middle part of the ribs, the upper part of the chest. As you exhale, relax the chest, relax the ribs, And relax the belly so you're empty at the bottom of the breath. Then continue that deep breath in. Full breath out. Continuing that steady 3-part Dirga breath, filling the belly, filling the ribs, filling the heart and chest with each inhale. As you exhale, softening chest, ribs and belly as you exhale. And your next in-breath, just bring the hands together to prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Let the palms connect in front of the heart and bow your head to yourself. And then taking a moment to tune into an intention for today. So as we embark on this brand new day, it's tuning into whatever it is that you might want to invite into your body, your mind, or your heart through this practice. Whatever you want to strengthen, whatever you want to feel expand or evolve within your body, within your heart, within your mind. How do you want to feel today? What do you want to put out into the world? What do you want to share? And then the next time that you breathe in, slide your hands to the ceiling, lengthen the arms, lift the face. Maybe open the eyes, and exhale, open the arms. Bring the chin to the chest. Bring your fingers down towards the ground, and then do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms high and wide. So that's your sun breath. And as you exhale, release the arms, chin, fingers to the ground. And then one more time, deep breath in, a lift. And exhale, release. Hold the bottom. I'm going to take your right arm out to the side, up and over the head. And I'm not mirroring you right now, so whatever side you're on is fine. But I have the right arm up. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, release. And then go the other way. Inhale, other arm up. Exhale, up and over. Take that a couple more times. Release that hand. Inhale, opposite arm up. Big stretch over. And last time to lift. And stretch up and over. So just working that side body. Lateral flexion. And then come to sit. Bring the hands behind. Drop the chin. Interlace your fingers. Press the fists down so you can squeeze the shoulders together. Lift the heart and chest. And then exhale, release the gaze. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And then from here, let's come to all fours. So come to tabletop. And come into this tabletop position. Just bring the hands in front of the shoulders and start to circle your hips. So big circles in one direction. Good. And then when the hips come back towards the heels, start to circle them the other way. Good. And then when the hips come towards the heels, take a wide knee child's, touch the big toes, separate the knees, dip the hips, extend the arms, let the forehead land, and just take a nice easy rock or sway side to side. Then start to pause still in your child's pose. Let's roll through cat, round your back, bring the knees underneath the hips, keep shifting forward, dip the hips, lift the belly, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the face. And exhale, take the hips back towards the heels, stretch your spine long. And do that a couple times. Roll through cat, rounded back all the way forward, hips dip, heart open. And exhale all the way back to child's. Take that one more time. Roll forward through cat. And release back to child's. Hold your child's pose, dip the hips, drop the head, pause there. And then walk the hands to the right as you dip your hips over to the left. So you're in a C curve in that child. So you're just going to pause there. Relax the head, relax the face. Good. Walk the hands through center. Dip the hips the other way as you walk your hands towards the left. And the head relaxes, hips could reach slightly towards the right. Good, release the hands through center. Come forward to tabletop, all fours. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and just take a little hip wag side to side, back and forth. Just to feel the outer edge of the hip, the thigh. And then with the hips right above the knees, your cat back, round your spine, drop the tailbone in the head, draw the navel up and in. And then release, drop the belly, lift your tail, lift your heart, look forward. And exhale, round your back, drop the tail, drop the head, navel up and in. One more time, coming through that cow back, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart. And exhale, round your back to cat. And then start to lengthen from tail to head, and we'll our rotation here. So bringing the right arm out and up, look up to the top hand. And as you exhale, thread that right arm halfway through as you bend the left elbow, dip the right shoulder, and look towards the left. So again, like that, inhale, the right arm lifts. Exhale, you thread it halfway through, looking to the side. And one more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, this time go ahead and thread it all the way through. Let the shoulder touch down, let the head touch down. You could either keep the left arm where it is, extend the left arm forward, or reach the left arm to the ceiling and roll that hand behind you. And you're just gonna hold there for a couple breaths. Let the hips be above the knees. Roll that left shoulder open. Keep the spine long and the breath steady. Couple breaths. And the arm that's wrapped behind, go ahead and lift it up towards the ceiling. Release that hand down, and then you're going to unwind so the right arm, that bottom arm, comes all the way up and through. And exhale, release. Now come the other way, send the left arm or opposite arm up and out. As you exhale, thread that arm through, bend the elbow, dip the shoulder, hover. Inhale, unwind, lift out and up. Exhale, thread through. And one more time, inhale out and up. And exhale all the way through. And as you do that, you keep the hips right above the knees and you keep the neck long. So we're trying to not collapse on the side of the face. Keep the neck really long, hips right above the knees. And then if you want, inhale, right arm lifts or it stretches forward. And exhale, fold it behind the back, back of hand to hip or hip crease, just to pause and breathe. Good. When you're ready, arm that's behind the back, lift it up towards the ceiling. Release that hand down, press into the hand, unwind your body, left arm out and up. And exhale, release that hand. From here, coming either to down dog or puppy, curl the toes under. If you want to keep it gentle, you'll walk the arms out and melt the chest, bringing the chin or the forehead to the mat. So that's your puppy pose. Or down dog, hands a little further forward to the shoulders, toes curled under, hips rise up and back to dog. And just take some time if you're in dog to pedal out, to bend or straighten the legs, to press through one heel, to press through the other heel. And then start to find stillness, spreading the fingers wide, stretching the hips back, pulling the hips away from the wrist gently. And if you're in this down dog, you're welcome to bend the knees to get a little more space there and take a few breaths. Good. If you're in dog, you're going to walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. If you're in puppy, just rock up to standing in a forward fold. Have your feet hip width and give your head a shake yes. And then give your head a shake no.
Let your head hang heavy, bend the knees, roll your body up. So just undulate the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last to lift. And then fly the arms out and up above the head. Let your palms touch. Exhale, bring the hands through prayer. Close your eyes and just take a moment to reset here. Hold for a couple breaths. So hands at prayer, toes forward, heels back, feet about hip-width distance apart. Long, tall spine, and just noticing how it feels to be standing upright. Standing in your own power and your own strength. Standing in this place of peace, of confidence, of ease, of grace. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms. Take another sun breath to the top. So we'll take a modified half sun salutation. As you exhale, bend the knees to swan dive to help protect your lower back. And then inhale, lengthen. Bring your hands up to your shin bones. Pull the head away from the tail. Press the head forward, hips back. Exhale, melt over the legs, bend the knees. Inhale, your swan dive. Open the arms all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through prayer. Eyes could close. More if you Let's do that twice more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend your knees. Swan dive. Inhale, lengthen flat back. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold with soft knees. Inhale, reverse. And exhale through prayer. We take a moment to pause and breathe. Deep inhale. Last time, we're going to stay at the bottom here. So inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the knees, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen flat back. Hands to shins or fingertips to mat. And exhale, a deep fold. You're going to step the right leg back. So if you're not quite at the top of the mat, just do a little waddle up towards the top. And then step the right leg behind you. So right leg back, left leg forward. Get your left knee above your left ankle. So wiggle that foot far enough forward so knees above the ankle. If you had your blocks, put them right underneath the hands if you want. And then soften your back knee down. So you're in a hip flexor or psoas stretch. Back knees down. You're going to press into the right hand, fingers, or block, and take your left hand to your left thigh. You're going to think about pressing your left thigh forward and then pressing off that thigh to roll your ribs towards the left. So you're using the strength of the hand and the leverage on the thigh to help get a little more openness in that twist, a little deeper into the twist. And then you can hold here, or if there's space and it feels balanced enough, lift the left arm right up off the thigh to come to a knee down twist. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release your top hand. Send the front leg back to meet the back leg. Your knees are down. Lift your tailbone and lift your heart. So you're in like a cow pose, the belly saggy, and you're looking forward. We're going to lower through knees, chest, and chin. So keep the hips high. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, point the elbows back, dip the chips, the chest, the hips high, and then press through like an inchworm. Roll the toes, lift the heart to cobra. And exhale, release to belly. You're going to lift to cobra 2 more times. Press into the hands. Lift the heart. Maybe this time look to the right as you look up. And exhale, release. I'm going to pick it up one more time. Look to the left as you lift up. And exhale, release. Press all the way up and back to tabletop, all fours. Your choice to come back to puppy or curl the toes under, put the knees up to dog. If you're in dog, take a calf press, lift your heels up. As you exhale, drop the right heel down, bend the left knee, and look underneath the right arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, both your heels drop. From your down dog, we're just going to take little baby steps forward to the top of the mat. So go ahead and walk the feet to hands or hands to feet, just like we did before. And you might want to walk all the way up because we'll need to be at the top of the mat in a moment. Bring hands to shins or fingertips to mat. Lengthen. Exhale, deepen, soft knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive with a big, strong, flat back, palms touch. And exhale through prayer. Take that moment to land. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms. You're going to do the whole thing from the top. I'm going to be on this side here. So take a big sun breath. Exhale, swan dive, either straight legs or bent knees, your choice. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shin bones or fingertips to the mat, so flowing with the breath. And exhale, deep fold. Now the left leg steps back to lunge. So we're on our other side. Hands are on the ground or the blocks. Make sure your front knee is above your front ankle. If you need to wiggle that front foot forward, just draw it further forward so you're lined up well. And then release the back knee. So you're in a hip flexor or psoas stretch. It's up to you if that back toe is curled under or uncurled, whatever feels more comfortable on the knee. You could also pad the knee by rolling the mat underneath or grabbing a blanket. Press into the left hand, fingers are blocked. Take your right hand to your right thigh. And you're just going to kind of push that thigh forward. So I'm just going to angle this way so you can see for a moment. So I have my hand up here, and I'm just kind of sliding that forward as I roll my chest and ribs to that side. So continuing to use your hand on your thigh to get that leverage to roll the heart open and look to the side or look up. So it should feel like a good deep twist in the spine. And then if you want, lift the right arm, the top arm. Take a deep breath. And exhale, release that hand. We're going to do the same thing we did before. So bring the front leg back. Come into your cow tilt. So lift the tail. Drop the belly, lift the heart, and see if you can keep your hips high as you lower the chest and point the elbows back and hover. Push through to cobra, uncurl the toes, lift the heart, and exhale, release to belly. We're going to do cobra 2 more times. Press in the hands, look to the left. It could be a little baby cobra, it could be a big cobra or a medium cobra. Exhale, release. And then you're going to press up and look to the right. Exhale, release. Stretch back to tabletop, all fours. Curl toes under, either pop back to puppy with hips high and arms extended, or lift up to dog. If you're in dog, come on, balls of feet, lift heels. Exhale, drop left heel, bend right knee, look underneath left armpit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, both heels drop. So from here, you can take your little tiny steps, or if you'd rather, you could take one big step and another big step to the top of the mat. So I'm just going to walk up. You can take one big step and another big step, or walk up, and then lengthen. Bring hands to shins or fingertips to the mat, long spine. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Exhale, hands to prayer, eyes can close. Take your deep in breath. And as you exhale, release your arms. Bend the knees, bend the hips, come to Utkatasana. So it's a standing squat. Feet are hip width for today. Hips are back, knees are bent, arms are extended. So hold that chair pose. You're in Utkatasana or chair pose. You're pausing there. I'm just going to be facing this way so you'll be able to see. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, float the arms all the way back as you take a flat back and hold. Good. Inhale, stand to Tadasana, mountain pose. You stand up tall, lift the arms. Exhale, sit into Utkatasana, standing squat. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the arms alongside the body, head in line with tail. So you're building some strength in the legs here. Release the arms, straighten up, strong, firm legs. And exhale, sit to your squat. Deep breath in. Exhale, flat back, long spine. Inhale, release, stand up tall. And as you exhale, swan dive once more. Inhale, long spine, take your flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold. So like we did in the beginning, you're gonna step the right leg back, but we're gonna hold here. Bring your hands up onto your fingertips, so whether you're on the ground or the blocks, come up onto the fingertips. Get your legs really strong because we're about to stand up, so firm the legs up. And then inhale, lift the arms out and up to frame the head. And hold here for a moment, find your balance. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, open the arms, soften the back knee as you press down to the side, and then sweep the arms forward as you lift up and stand. And then do that twice more, arms out to the side, so building some balance here. Bend the back knee and the front knee, arms float down, and then arms sweep high as you straighten the legs. Do that once more, press down and through, bend the knees. And inhale, open the arms, lift the legs straight in front of you. And then bend the front knee so you're in your high lunge, your crescent lunge, and just pause for a moment. Spark up the fingers, find your steady breath. On an in-breath, straighten the front leg. And as you exhale, spin the back heel down, widen your feet, and come into your warrior two, or Virabhadrasana 2. So front knee is bent, back leg is straight, wrists are above your ankles, front heel intersecting arch of back foot. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the front elbow and bring the forearm to the thigh. Find a side angle pose. So long line from back, edge of foot up to fingertips, and you can look up. So this is a deep hip opener. So maybe feeling this in the groin, in the hips, strong legs, deep breath in. As you exhale, top arm makes a big circle towards the back leg, down in front of the body. And you'll do that one more time. Just free up your shoulder. Now as the arm comes around, straighten the legs, dance back, back hand to back leg, top arm lift. And then open the arms shoulder height. Turn the toes forward, the heels back. Widen your stance so the wrists are right above your ankles. And then lift the arms up. As you exhale, dive halfway to bring the hands to the legs, or bring the hands all the way towards the ground. And then if you're on the ground, you could stretch forward like a down dog if that feels good, or take any other variation. So you're gonna hold that for a moment. So stay in your fold. I just wanna check in and make sure that everything's okay here on the screen. Okay, great, you guys are doing great. Perfect. So holding that wide-legged forward fold just for a couple breaths. Good job. All right. And then from this deep fold, lengthen your spine, come onto the fingertips or bring the hands to the legs if the ground feels too far away. Bend your knees, bring your hands to the tops of the thighs, lengthen your spine, come up to stand, and then take a big sun breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open the arms shoulder height. Good. Turn your left foot back to the front and bend the left knee. You guys brought the sun out. It got very sunny in the studio just now. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, cartwheel down. Bring the left arm, the right arm, pivot on the ball of the back foot. So we're gonna practice a little balance here. So you're in a lunge, hands are on the ground or the blocks. So to do this, scoot your back leg in a little bit, bring the hands forward a little bit, and you're gonna come up to a supported warrior three. Lift the back leg, flex your foot, come high on the fingertips or the blocks. So you're trying to bring your head in line with your back heel. Option one, you would stay right here, flexing the foot, head in line with heel on your fingertips or block. Option two, if you want to challenge yourself with your balance, you could release the ground and float the arms like wings. You could also let the arms frame the head. Take a breath. Good, you're gonna take a big step back to that lunge again. So come on the ball of the foot, lift the arms up, lift the body up, look up. And exhale, swan dive. You did great. From here, let's drop the back knee. Send the front leg back to meet the back leg. You're in a knee down plank. So different than when we set up for knees, chest, and chin. We're going to take a traditional knee down chaturanga or modified chaturanga. Toes curled under or uncurled. Elbows point back. You lower in one piece to your belly. Uncurl your toes. Lift your heart to cobra. Point the elbows back. Lift the chest, shoulders down. And exhale, release to belly. Press up and back to tabletop, all fours. And we're going to float up one more time to either dog or to puppy. Toes curled under, hips lift high. Last time here. Let's hold for a moment. Deep breath in. Full breath out. One more time. Deep inhale. And full exhale. So this time, like we talked about before, you could take your little tiny steps forward, or if you're in puppy, you can just rock up to stand. So lots of options here. Or if you want to practice a more moderate or intermediate transition to forward fold, float the right leg up to three-legged dog. Step or help the right leg through to the top of the mat. And step the other leg up to meet it hip width. Lengthen your spine. Come on the fingertips or bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, a deep fold over the legs. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Fly all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, hands to prayer. You could close the eyes if you'd like, just to reset for a moment, coming back to any intention you created. Breathe that in. Exhale, release the arms. Be up at the top of the mat. I'm going to come to this side. Bend the knees. Bend the hips, Utkatasana, standing squat, deep breath. Exhale, flat back. We're just going to do it one time. Head in line with tail, arms alongside body. Release arms, stand up, Tadasana, mountain pose. And exhale, swan dive, fly over the legs. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch it out. Exhale, deep fold. Left leg floats back to your low lunge. Come on your fingertips, or if you have blocks, have them right on the ground underneath the shoulders on your mat, holding there. When you're ready, firm up the legs, so hug the leg muscles onto the leg bones, and then lift the arms. So you're in your high lunge, pressing out through the back heel. You're super strong. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, turn the palms forward, and let's open the arms out to the side. So press the air down to the side as you bend the back knee. Usually we go the other way. And then float the arms forward and up as you straighten the legs. Then do that again. Press the air down to the sides as you bend the back knee. And then float the arms forward and up as you straighten the legs. One more time. Press the air down to the sides, bend the knees. Inhale, float forward and up, straighten the legs. As you breathe out, just bend the front knee. Hold your high lunge or crescent lunge. Open up the heart, open up the chest, take up a lot of space. Being strong and confident here. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Same thing, take up space. Be nice and big here. Strong, strong body, wrists above the ankles, open heart and chest, gazing steadily over the front fingertips. Deep breath in. As you exhale, side angle, elbow bends, forearm to thigh, coming into that big hip opener. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, big circle, top arm reaches to the back of the room, down in front of the body. And you're going to do that one more time, big circle. As your arm swings around, let the momentum help pull you up. First your triangle. And then open arms to shoulder height. Turn the toes forward, the heels back. Widen your stance so the wrists are above the ankles. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, swan dive forward, touching the legs or touching the ground to come all the way to that deep fold. And if you want to get a little space here, you could stretch it out. One time you could pull the head away from the hips, find that flat back just to get a little more room. And then exhale, go back into your deep fold, or keep holding the legs and keep a flat back. If you're in a deep fold and you want to walk the arms through the legs, go for that. Turn the palms down, head towards the earth. Couple breaths. Good. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Bend the knees. Place hands to thighs if they were not yet on the legs, and then lengthen your spine to come up to stand. Take a big sun breath. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, stretch the arms wide. You're doing great. Turn the front foot forward again, that right foot. Bend the right knee, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Imagine there's a mirror and you can see that your wrists are right above the ankles, the shoulders are right above the hips, front knees bent, and then look out over front fingers. Deep breath in. Exhale, slow cartwheel, the front arm, the back arm. You pivot on the ball, the back foot to close your hips. So again, blocks could be very helpful here, but you don't necessarily need them. We're coming up to supported warrior 3, so now you know where we're headed, and you can decide if you want those blocks or not. So scooch the back leg in a little bit, walk the hands or the blocks forward a little bit, and then float the back leg up so you can come to supported warrior 3. Lift the heel in line with the head. Hands on the ground or the blocks. Long spine, so your body's like a letter T. You could stay with your hands on the ground or the blocks. That's a perfect place to be, keeping that supported warrior 3. Or free up the arms, open them to T, or float them to frame the leg. Wherever you chose to be, we're going to step back to lunge. Soften the standing knee, come on the ball of the back foot, leverage the upper body up. So it took a lot of core work to do that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, swan dive. So you have a choice here. You could keep the back knee lifted this time or drop it down. We're about to step back to plank or modified plank, so you choose. This is our gentle / moderate class. So you choose if you want to be more gentle or you want to be more intermediate. You're either in plank or modified plank. Take a breath. Exhale, lower modified chaturanga, dropping the knees, or glide forward an inch. Keep the knees lifted. Hover, bending elbows back, or come to belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. So up dog, get on the tops of the feet, lift the knees, straighten the arms if you're choosing that. And one more time, exhale, down dog. I thought we were there for the last time, but we'll do it one more time. This will be it. So you're in your down dog, or you can choose to be in your puppy. We're almost done with this standing flow. I want to take you to balance, though, before we come onto the mat. So from where you are in your down dog, either little baby steps to forward fold, or left leg floats up, left leg steps through, right leg steps up to meet it. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, through prayer. You can close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms. Let's stay standing. Just take one big sun breath. And as you exhale, open the arms and just catch the hips and pause for a moment. So I'm going to take you into dancer pose. From where you are, let's have our feet hip width. Release the hands down alongside the body. Stand more on the left foot. Float the right leg back as you float the right arm back and lift the left leg forward. Keep your hips square, so we're not opening the hip or the chest. They're square. The back leg's barely lifted off the ground. You're hovering. And then release. Scissor the legs, scissor the arms, stand on the right foot. Slice the left leg back and pause. Take a breath. Exhale, release. One more time, stand on the left leg, float the right leg back, pause. So you could hold here, or you could bend the right knee, catch your pant leg or your ankle, or grab the outer edge of the foot or the inner edge of the foot. You could flip the palm so you're holding the inside of the foot, up to you. And then you're going to press the foot into the hand into the foot, and if you can, you're just going to tip the body a little bit forward. It might be a little mini dancer pose, or you could come to a bigger dancer pose. Hold.
Breathe. Find your dristier focal point. Strong standing leg. Open heart and chest. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Maybe shake it out if you need to. We'll come right to the other side. So you're standing on the right. Place the left back, slice the left arm back, lift the right arm. So that's step one. And we're practicing balancing on one foot. So this would be a great place to practice. Or bend the knee. That's another good place to practice. Or catch the pant leg or whatever you can hold. Or grab a hold of the outer edge of the foot or turn your palm towards the side and grab the inside edge of the foot. You could stay there or start to press the foot into hand, hand into foot as you reach the right arm forward a little bit, or come all the way bigger. Hold. Pause. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, release everything. Good. Spring up, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. You're doing awesome. Good, good job. Inhale, flat back, stretch it out. Hands to shins or fingers to the mat. Big, long spine. Exhale, deep fold. Let's step the right leg back and land on our knee. Step the left leg back and land on our knee. And then come all the way forward to your belly. Just melt down. Make a pillow for your head. Stack your palms or stack your fists. Bend the knees, toes up, and let the legs fall left to right. Start to circle the shins one way. Good. And circle the shins the other way. Let your legs come long on the mat and just take a moment to pause. You're going to bend the right knee so the toe comes up towards the ceiling. You could hold here or turn onto the left side of your face. So your face is turned in the same direction as that bent back leg. And if there's room, you're going to press into the left hand and forearm, lift the chest a little bit so you can reach the right arm back and grab that foot, just like you did in Dancer. And then just come back on the forehead and pull your heel towards your bottom. So just get a little bit of a quadricep there, stretch there. So you could hold the outer edge or the top of the foot, might feel most comfortable. Pressing the heel towards the bottom. And to intensify this stretch for your quadricep, the front of your thigh, just press the pubic bone and the hip points, like the front of the pelvis, press that towards the earth as you squeeze the heel towards your bottom, and you'll feel it a little more. From here, if you'd like, you could float up to a half bow. So you could press that foot into hand, press the hand into the foot, and then lift the chest, come up on the left forearm, lift the heart, look up, or even look over the right shoulder towards that back foot. And then go ahead and lower down. Release the foot. Place the right hand back underneath the face. Bend the left knee. Heel comes towards your bottom. So that's step one. You could just stay here. You could also just rest on your belly. You don't even have to take this variation at all. If it would feel good, turn onto the right side of the face. Free up the left hand. Reach back. Grab a hold of the foot wherever you can hold. Pull the heel towards the bottom. You could get up on top of that foot with the palm and really press the heel towards your buttocks. Press the pubic bone and hip points towards the earth. Maybe come back onto the forehead and take a few breaths. Good. From here, kick the left foot into the hand, lift the heart. If you want to lift up to that half bow, open the chest, maybe turn towards the left. And then release everything back down. Release the foot. Bring the hands back underneath the chest, back towards the shoulders. Press back to one last child's pose. Sink the hips to the heels. Extend the arms forward. Or take the arms alongside the body.
The backs of the hands touch the ground or the mat, the palms be open. And take a moment just to breathe. Good. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Roll up or lengthen up to sit on your heels. Send the hips off to the side. Swing the legs around. We're going to scooch up towards the top of the mat. We'll take it right down to the mat and we'll do a little bit of stretching together there before we close out our practice. And then I'll check in with you guys again at the end. So lift the arms up tall and then start to slowly lower, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, come all the way onto your back. Take a big stretch out, lengthen the legs forward, stretch the arms behind, lengthen the waist, the ribs, armpits. Hug the knees into your belly, hold the knees or the shins or wrap the arms around the legs and take a rock. Bring your hands onto the tops of the knees, circle the knees one way. Circle the knees the other way. And then hugging the knees into the belly. Just pause here, open the knees apart, slide the hands down the shins to catch the ankles, the tops of the feet or the outer edges of the feet, just like you're in bound angle or Baddha Konasana, but we're on our backs. Holding outer edges of feet or ankles or bringing peace fingers around the big toes. Stretch up to happy baby, flex your feet and take a little rock. Side to side. You did so good. I'm so glad that you guys are here today to practice together. I'm just starting to wind down so we can rest for a few moments. And bring your feet together. Bring your hands to your knees, close the legs back towards each other, feet to the ground, arms out to T. Lengthen the left leg long, keep the right foot to the mat. Press into the right foot, scoot your hips a little bit to the right, and then bring that right foot to the top of the left thigh, take the left hand to the top of the knee, and then guide that knee across the body as you roll onto the left hip. And then as you take that knee down twist, you can let the foot fall off of the thigh, so you kind of open up the angle at the back of the knee. So there's a 90-degree bend there, and the shins parallel to the side of the room, or to the long edge of the mat. And you can turn your head away from the knee and maybe close your eyes. And just rest. Good. Roll back onto your spine. Bring your right foot to the ground. Scooch the hips back. Extend the right leg forward. Bring the left foot to the ground. So to get a little bit of a deeper twist, we just press into the left foot and scooch our hips a little to the left. And then you can place the foot on top of the thigh so you can grab a hold of the left knee with the opposite hand and then roll onto the right hip, the bottom hip, as you start to release the knee down and then let the shin float forward slightly so you open up that ankle at the back of the knee and turn the head away from the knee and breathe. Good. And then roll back onto your spine. Bring the foot back where it came from. Press into the foot. Shift the hips back. Take a moment to take another big stretch out. And a nice hug in, knees to belly, hands to shins or knees, or wrap the arms around and take a rock. I'm going to start to guide you into Shavasana, so feel free to come into any final pose if there's something else you want. But if you're ready, release your feet to the ground. Extend the right leg forward to the front edge of the mat, front corner of the mat. Left leg forward to the left corner of the mat. Arms slightly away from the body. Backs of hands touch the ground, palms open, and eyes closed. Taking any last wiggling, shifting, or adjusting so you feel comfortable here. Start to let the breath soften. Begin to let your body relax. Feel your mind settle. Surrender the weight of anything you're carrying right now. Let yourself feel free, open, expansive, radiant. Allowing all the gifts and benefits of your practice to touch your heart and your body, your mind and your soul. We'll take the next couple moments together in stillness and silence. Enjoying this rest and taking in whatever you need from today. You're welcome to stay longer if you'd like, but when you're ready, just begin to deepen your breath. Without needing to move your body, just notice your body. Notice the shape that the body is creating and notice how you feel within your body. Maybe bring movement back into fingers or toes in any way that feels comfortable. And then eventually come to either side, come into fetal pose, bringing the knees into the belly, the arms into the chest, and just taking a moment to rest on one side. Pressing into the ground, lift yourself back up to seated. And we'll hold here for a moment together. So coming into crossed legs, you can let the backs of the hands touch the lap, open up the palms, keeping the eyes closed or a soft, steady gaze just for a moment, ending as we began. Find your breath again. Take a deep inhale. And full exhale. On an in-breath, bring your hands together to a prayer position or Anjali Mudra, let your palms touch. And as you exhale, bow your head to yourself back to your heart center. We'll end together on the sound of Om, the sound of community, starting with a letting go breath. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale a sigh. We'll begin. Deep breath in. Ah.
as your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a pleasure to practice with you guys. So I'd love to hear how this went for you. So feel free to hang out for a minute if you'd like, or if you have to go, I will see you next time. But I will be here for just a moment. So let me just stop this recording here for 1 second, and we'll pause this, turn this off.